If you're someone who has worked with me, then you probably already know that I have always been deeply affected and saddened when any of my creations have been copied without credit. And so this year, so I was just like reflecting on that right now. I always reflect on this because it does and has always affected me a lot, demotivated me, upset me. And it's specifically the not crediting who is being copied that has affected me, not the actual act of copying. Because I've actually always known and understood that people do that since I was a kid. And I'll get into that more in a second. But I just want to say that because of this fear of being copied without credit, which has happened to me a lot, I have hoarded a lot of my creativity. And by hoarding it, I mean I've only like written the ideas down or done them, but kept them to myself, never really shared them online, because even like sharing something on social media means you're basically surrendering your rights to it, according to the guidelines and stuff. And the reason I put this video before I started talking about this is because I really disagree with every single sentiment in the video, not only based on history, but based on my personal history as well. And I don't believe that all ideas are unoriginal and all ideas are recycled and all ideas come from someone else, because there are lifetimes in between these ideas. There are lifetimes. And as long as that idea is not there in this lifetime, it is original. Like, basically, if I were to see a picture and I were to go do it in the same lifetime, the same photo, or like execute it differently, in this lifetime, I would credit that person and say, "Oh, this is, I just literally just put their at. Like it's not a big deal. I've done it a lot. It's great. It's easy." Unless it's like an idea that no one's ever seen in this lifetime. Obviously, it might have been in other lifetimes before, but there is it is within your capacity to completely create something new to the lifetime that you're in. And the reason I so firmly believe that is because I grew up in the Middle East, and there, since childhood, we always had to rely on our own brains and creativity for our ideas of writing, speech, and art. And what would happen in my art class is that I would have a surplus of ideas, and there would be other students with a shortage of ideas, and I would end up giving them. I would have already executed my art piece, and then I'd have a surplus, and so I'd give them the other ideas that I didn't execute. And growing up in the Middle East, we never researched our ideas, like, ever. We always dug deep within and reflected, and that's how we came up with our ideas. It was never something I read or something I saw, or it was never from an external source. It was always an internal source that, for me, was the resource for my ideas. And executing an idea differently doesn't make it your idea. You still, in my opinion, should credit your source. And for me, this is very easy, being creative and like creating my own ideas, and ideas that have not been used in this lifetime. It's an easy thing for me because I've practiced it since childhood, because we, again, were basically made to always dig within. So this became something natural and easy for me. And you can practice it too. If you believe that you don't have what it takes to create your own ideas, and you've always used a mood board, or you've always used someone else's concepts or ideas or words or photos or videos to create your own, I recommend that you stop doing that and start looking inside and within and reaching for your own source, because it is there and you can nurture and practice and train your brain to become more and more capable of doing this. And I'm going to stop being